Hey guys, what's up? It's Old Proper Lady here. It's Monday, July 22nd, 2019, and this is my second take on this video because my dog was literally eating a bone in front of my face. And then I was freaking out on him, so that was a good time. And I had to redo it because I didn't think you guys wanted to listen to that. So let's get into today's topic, shall we? So, being a new prepper, I have looked around, I have read, I have researched, I've watched videos, I have read so many articles, and of course I talk to people who prep. And a lot of what I see out of a majority of it is most preppers who have been doing it for a long period of time are pretty well-rounded, but there's some of them who are just focused on like one thing or another. So a lot of like the major like survivalists that you'll see out there, they're essentially focused on, just protection of their group, protection of their home, protection of their supplies, that kind of stuff. So they're always, gung-ho on the guns and bows and ammo, booby traps, tripwire, things like that. But they don't really talk about other skills, other things, other knowledge that you need to have as a prepper to ensure your survival. And that's kind of the biggest thing. If you're going to survive any type of a major situation, so, an SHTF situation, let's say an EMP hits and, the power's out and it's out indefinitely. If you're going to survive something like that, you need to be well-rounded as a prepper. And I myself am so not well-rounded. There are so many things that I don't know how to do, and so many things that I need to learn how to do and need to teach myself how to do. And I know that there are a lot of people out there just like me, who have just begun prepping and are kind of like, okay, well, I know how to garden a little bit, or I know how to make certain things from scratch, but a lot of the other stuff, they don't have a clue about. And I'm with you on that. I don't have a clue about a lot of stuff. When it comes to home defense and protecting my supplies, protecting my group, protecting all that kind of stuff, I have no idea. I haven't shot a bow in years, so I need to get myself out there and I need to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to set traps, booby traps, snares, and not only for protection, but to catch food as well. What a great way to catch a source of food, whether it be a squirrel or a rabbit, anything like that in the woods, by using a trap. It's silent, and it can be used over and over and over again. So let's get into it. Those individuals who only have a skill set of like one or two major things that they focus on, those individuals are not going to fare as well as somebody who is well-rounded, as somebody who has all different skills in all different areas, and have practiced those skills. That's another huge thing. We need to make sure that the things that we are learning, the knowledge that we come across, we need to practice those. So what we need to be doing as beginner preppers, essentially, is don't focus on things that we know how to do. Don't focus on things that we're very good at. We need to get out there and we need to start focusing on things that we have no idea about, things that we've never even dealt with before. And we need to continue to practice them and get better at them. And as we get good at a skill, go on to another skill, learn another thing that we can do, research it, watch videos, talk to people, and get out and actually do it. Because the more that you're doing that, the better off you're going to be in the future. And as for me, I'm not always just preparing for a major SHTF situation. Because let's look at it this way. Yes, that could happen. Yes, there could be, especially in these times that in everything that's going on in the world, there could be a major EMP, and the power could be out indefinitely, and it would be back to survival of the fittest, essentially, and those who have the ability and the skills and the mindset to do it will be the survivors. So yes, that could happen, but let's take this as a scenario. Where I live, like I've said a million times, there's snowstorms that knocks out the power. There's been flooding here. Some people live in tornado areas, hurricane areas, all sorts of different natural disasters can happen. And what about, the individual in your home who's the main breadwinner? What if they pass away, or what if they lose their job? That can be just as devastating as any other situation that you encounter. So these are things that we need to be prepared for. So yes, it may seem weird to others that we're prepping for a major SHTF situation, but those skills that you're preparing for can be useful all across the board in other situations that you could encounter that are far more likely to happen and occur, sooner rather than later, as in, like an SHTF situation where an EMP were to happen. So my big thing here, I need to work on bartering items. I need to figure out what are good items that are going to be beneficial for bartering. I need to learn about that, teach myself that. And obviously this isn't really something that you can practice, but I want to start getting my preps built up so that I have a lot of bartering items, and just have those separate as just that, not items that I'm going to use, but as that, because I think that's going to be important for a major SHTF situation. What about solar or alternative sources of energy? Yes, you can do a generator, and you can have that. But I want to learn how to do solar power or alternative forms of energy where I'm using like a water source or running water source to be able to create energy. There's all sorts of different ways, and there's a couple of them that I've looked at and read about, but I haven't delved into it enough. And I think that's important, something that would be beneficial for any type of scenario, to have an alternative source of energy. New tools. There's new tools constantly coming out for all different things. And sometimes the fancy gadgets aren't as beneficial as the less fancy. So my mindset is, especially being a prepper, is I want something that's going to be beneficial, that's going to be quiet, and that's going to last. And that is not going to take any other types of energy. So I don't need electricity. I don't need battery power. I want to find tools and learn how to use those tools for different circumstances. Zeus, come here. It's okay. They're not going to get nobody. Come here. My guard dog, huh? What about practice bugging out and bugging in? Hi, Zeus. Are you saying hi to everybody? Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, say hi to everybody. Okay, get down. Get down. I love you too. Get down. This past weekend was a great example of that. We did bugging out. Zeus, no. We did bugging out, and it was great because we had no power. We had no access to any of that kind of stuff. So it was nice to be able to bug out, and get away from that, and, learn how to do different things without having the normal every single day, conveniences that we kind of take for granted here, especially in this country. We're used to walking into a room and flipping on a light switch and, having power. So when you go an entire weekend away from that and you're not used to doing that, it's kind of like a culture shock to you. But it was great. I loved it. It was quiet. It was peaceful. I actually relaxed in, yes, it could get tiring with all like the wood and cooking a different way and all that kind of stuff. But it was kind of like a dry run, and it was kind of a dry run for the kids too. And I told them that. So even small camping trips are a beneficial thing, and that can make you a better prepper all the way around. If you're getting out into the wilderness and you're packing and you're not having, access to the outside world, it makes a world of difference, and you can learn new skills while you're out there. Cook some of your food that you have in your preps and do it, do a dry run in your home. which I plan on doing with the kids here. They just don't know it yet, so they're going to be super happy about that. But before I go back to school, I want to do a dry run of bugging in our house. So I want to shut the power off to the house, and I want to make sure that I know how to cook different things for the entire weekend. I'm probably just going to do like 48 hours. And I want to cook up some of my preps and know how to cook them without the use of electricity. And that's a huge thing. Have your kids do it with you, because you can teach them things and show them, this is what would happen if the power is out. This is what we would need to do. And they would already be prepared for that. Make it a game, especially if you have littler ones. Zeus, stop. It's okay. Make it a game. Make it fun for them. Make it something that would be entertaining for them to do. And run through different scenarios too while you're practicing. If you do, you take a weekend and you do one type of scenario, say this is a power outage from a snowstorm, and then you do another scenario where it's, okay, we have to bug out, and then practice bugging out. Find out how long it takes. Find out how much you can take with you. All those kind of things. So I think that if we are focusing on these different aspects of things, it's going to make us better preppers. It's going to make us better prepared, and it's going to make us more able to survive, even, beyond some other preppers who are just focused on one specific thing or another specific thing, because that's what they're good at and that's what they focus on. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. I just thought it was really important. It was something I was thinking about this weekend. Yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. As always remember, everything does happen for a reason. Whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you're in a good situation or a bad situation, just stick with it. You're on that journey for a reason. Everything is going to be okay. Also, always remember, forget about the past. There isn't anything that we can do about the past other than learn and grow and try to be better people from our past. We need to be living our lives right now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We all could not be here tomorrow. So it's important that we're living and loving and laughing and enjoying our family and our friends right now while we're staying on the focused on the future. That's all I've got for you guys today. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.